Welcome back, everybody. It's Thinking Out Loud, number 14.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
14.
We've been together for
almost
3 months now.
Yeah.
3 months, 3.5 months.
Almost
it's
15. Look at us.
We're out here drinking some stout.
My
buddy brought me some beer from San Diego from this brewery right here. It's called Carl Strauss. It's fire. It recommends that I drink it in 48 hours, so I'm drinking it now.
It's a really nice bottle. It's good packaging.
I imagine that I'm allowed to go back and refill it for a much lesser price, but god damn, it's good. It's like 9% alcohol. I'm a big fan of good stouts.
So if you have nothing in your stomach, you're going to feel it.
Sure, yeah. If you have nothing in your stomach.
I mean, if you're like me, you know, like I'm a skinny dude, so
yeah, you're a lightweight.
Yeah,
just say you're a lightweight. Yeah.
Well, but I'm really not a lightweight though. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. I'm just more like when I eat, I'm not a lightweight.
I feel if I eat too, I'm not a lightweight. I feel like I can eat.
No, but
drink.
But what I'm saying is right. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. You're right.
Look,
yeah.
hey, we were on Twitter and you saw this app, right, where you could hold your breath. Right, I told him I could hold my breath for whatever long this is. Right, the video is 1 minute and 19 seconds. I'm like, I can hold it for a minute and
19
20
seconds.
Twitter, it never ceases to amaze me. It's like I read the comments. It's like, oh, people, I held my breath for like 30 seconds, 20 seconds. I'm like, weak asses.
It's because people don't know how to hold their breath.
Yeah,
myself included. Because this dude cheated me.
I didn't cheat.
Because I was like, nah, I got to see it live. Like, this is bullshit.
I took proper breaths. You know, I took proper breaths.
So what did you do, Mr. Scientist? You got out all your CO2.
All the CO2, and then I took a deep breath of oxygen, which caused me to be more comfortable holding my breath. Now, usually we don't have an agenda list for whenever we talk about shit, but we're talking about fucking whatever's going on in the world right now, current events and shit.
Yeah,
we were just talking about, we were just sharing our opinions on what we think is happening with Israel versus Palestine. It's more like Israel taking over Palestine, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
opinions fly all over the place. I'm sure most of you are just like looking at whatever you see on the news and just catch glimpses of buildings on fire and shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of things on fire, we went out this weekend, right?
We did.
We went out to this beach thing, right, at LA. What was it about? Talk to me about it. What was it?
Yeah, so we went to a beach party in Los Angeles. No mask were involved.
God, can you stop with the mask thing?
Are we good again, or what? Talk. What's the deal?
What do you
mean? We back to normal?
We are.
We are back to normal. Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
I don't know, because honestly, like...
No, but talk about how you were feeling that night.
It was really dope, actually. I think we had a good time. We showed up
you didn't have a good time?
No, I'm saying I think we had a good time. I think we showed up around...
Did you have a good time?
I would have liked to showed up earlier.
I see.
Because I would have liked to have been like in the front of the stage and just kind of like vibing out, doing our own thing. But, yeah, I had a good time.
That's what's up, yeah. And then all of a sudden there was a big-ass brush fire in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a fucking...
We got photos of it.
I took some photos of it, yeah. There was a fucking brush fire in the Palisades, right? Apparently some dude fucking started it. It was the most ironic thing.
It was probably some rich kid that like put a joint out somewhere and just fucked up.
Fucking, it was the most ironic thing. Like, we were just having a party. We were just partying it up, and the world was burning in the background.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
It was like what you would do if it was the end of the world. You would party, right?
Yeah, I saw this movie called Greenland with Gerard Butler. That shit was dope, bro.
Interesting.
That shit was dope, bro.
He's a great actor.
Basically, this large comet is about to hit Earth, but the scientists got it wrong, and they realized it's actually going to hit Earth, right? So
So it's about to hit Earth, but then it's like, no, like it's super closer than they expected?
Yes.
Is that, okay.
Yes, it's like they think it's not going to hit it. It's going to fly by super close, and some debris will hit. But the next thing you know, the movie starts off with this guy with Gerard Butler, like staring off into space, and it makes sense why, because later on in the movie you find out that he cheated on his wife, and he's on the job, he's dozing off. He's like, fuck, like I don't.
He's reevaluating his whole life.
Yeah, because he's like, fuck, why did I do it? Well, he's at
Makes
work.
Sense.
He stayed late. He's actually at work because he doesn't want to go home because he has to face his wife. He's got to face his wife. So he goes. He turns out he's like a structural engineer.
Cool.
Right? Motherfuckers, they're the people who make sure that our buildings are up to code and shit. So later in the movie, you find out that the comet is actually going to hit closer than it is because he starts getting a presidential alert. A presidential alert, bro. It goes straight to his phone. His wife doesn't hear it because she's getting ready for this dinner party they're about to have. And as he gets home from the grocery market with his son, he tells his wife, like, yo, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And all the guests in the house see the presidential alert go off on the TV.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why did you guys get picked? And why didn't we get picked? Right?
Right.
Only select people got picked for these planes to go to a transport somewhere, to a shelter.
Okay.
And then what happens next is they fucking, they take the journey from them going from their home to the base where they had to check in was like the entire story, basically, was them going there only to find out that they won't let their kid on because he's got a terminal disease, diabetes, right?
Interesting.
Right?
Well, why wouldn't you bring the kid with diabetes?
Because you need insulin.
Ah.
Right? And so check it out. They they forget his insulin in the car.
Nice.
So the dad is like, I'll be right back. Fucking leaves, goes all the way back to the car, comes back, gets the insulin, fucking shows up. And his girl and his kid get escorted. Right, because they see the little device for the diabetics. Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you can't let this kid on."
They get a seat on the.
No, they don't.
Oh.
They don't. They get kicked off. They're not allowed on. Yeah. So then the dad gets back, only for them to find out that the wife and the son ended up going to her father's. Right.
Yeah.
But on the way there, her son gets kidnapped. Right. Her son gets kidnapped because the people who were giving her a ride to her father's we're like, yo, we're gonna take your kid and your kid is gonna let us on the plane, right? Because they had these bracelets for the presidential shit or whatever for the alert.
Yeah.
Basically, like, she loses his kid, she's all alone, and she has no way of contacting her husband. This whole time I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck aren't you using the internet?
Oh,
send a message, send a DM.
No, I'll tell you why. It's the same way that if we had a natural disaster like right now, our phones would not work because everybody would be trying to contact each other. That's why they say if there's a natural disaster, find a landline because it's the most, I don't know. Yeah, that's the one you could get the best communication out of because it's like, I forgot why, but there's a reason to it. So with that being said, right? So when you were like, why the fuck, like the dad went back to his car to get his kid's insulin. I don't know. I was watching this Kobe interview recently, and he was talking about when he tore his, or not. You don't really tear an Achilles, do you? Yeah, you could tear an Achilles. I'm not too sure, but he popped his Achilles way back when 2008, and the Lakers were set that year. Like we were going to go to playoffs and everything. We ended up going to playoffs because it was one of the last games of the season, but Kobe said that when he did that to his Achilles and everyone asked him, like, how the hell did you shoot those free throws? Yeah. And he was like, I looked at my family and I thought about my family. And then he even said, he was like, when it comes to your family, I bet you money that even if your life is on the line, you would put them before everybody. So that's what I thought about when you said that.
Happened, yeah. And the movie basically was that. He basically tried to save his family.
Would you save your family?
I mean, yeah, I would. I mean, that's like...
I don't think you would.
That's the immediate thing to do. Like,
I don't think you would. The way you were like, he went back to the car for insulin. Like, what a dumbass.
Well, yeah, because they ended up getting kicked off because they realized that the kid had terminal illness. And it's like, well, that's what you fucking get. I mean, that's what happens when the healthcare system is fucked up. Motherfuckers can't get insulin and their kids end up dying because this shit's super expensive.
Facts.
Like, Jesus Christ. Like, here in America, we have to pay for everything.
Blame the president. That's the ghost.
If you're wondering why every fucking record on the wall is not up there, it's because these chafa fucking things don't fucking work properly. Fuck.
Why don't you buy something that works properly?
Bro, I'm just gonna get some fucking shelves, bro. It's pissing me the fuck off already, bro. Honestly, like every middle of the night, bro, I just hear doo-doo.
Oh, hell no.
What the fuck? It's fucking pissing me off, bro. Like,
I'll help you install the shelves.
It's like, look, it's gone. Like, there was 2
Yeah, that's actually really true. I didn't even notice how.
There's 4 albums in there. Miles Davis was up there. Duke Ellington is the only motherfucker still.
How long did they last, though?
What do you mean, how long did they last?
How long did it last you?
Since December.
So, well, there you go. You got your bang for your buck.
Bro, it wasn't even.
Well, you thought it was going to be a life fucking. You thought that was going to be for life?
It's supposed to, bro. It's just vinyl. Like, what the fuck? Like, who are you? What is this? Fucking Office Max. Whoever makes these things.
I mean, it is a plastic thing, bro.
It is a plastic thing.
What did you like? If it was a metal thing, I'd feel more on your
side. We can send people on the moon, and we can't find things that stick to the walls without having to make a hole. Fuck, bro. And then like, let's fucking. What else is going on in the world, bro? Like, at least we're not being carpet bombed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking. Everybody's complaining about Elon Musk crashing the crypto market.
There it is.
Because Bitcoin is...
no more to the moon.
Well, I don't know how to talk to people about this without explaining a bunch of shit going on. Because, like, please make a Twitter. Make a Twitter. Do things with your life where Twitter involves things that information comes to.
Do not make a Twitter to follow this guy. This guy will send you the most random shit. Trust me. I follow him.
Look, Elon Musk is a fucking regular person who's a billionaire.
Elon Musk, let me tell you some shit.
What are you going to tell me? Say it out loud.
I'm about to hit you guys with this. Check this shit out. Elon Musk is the Russians' little bitch. There it is.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, bro. The Russians are controlling cryptocurrency. I promise you.
No one can control it.
Nah, it's the Russians, bro. Look at the people who have made crypto. Look at their last names. Boom.
What are their last names?
Look at the dude who fucking made Ethereum.
Vitalik, what's his last name?
It's like Vasily or something.
Oh yeah, Vasily or something. Satoshi Nakamoto started Bitcoin.
See, look at that.
Does anybody in the audience
this is our
own
pro.
any Bitcoin? If you don't own any, buy some. Just like $1 worth. Oh, download the app.
$1 worth.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you gotta buy more than $1.
If you buy more than $1, that's good for you.
You should truthfully buy at least $50 worth.
$50?
Yeah,
worth?
$50. Yeah.
Unless you work at Sonic, you want to save your money because Sonic pays $5 for runners. $5.
No fucking way.
An hour, yeah, $5 an hour.
Yeah, but on top of
what?
I thought the runners are the people who are working inside of the building now.
I don't know what it is, but
there's no way it's a separate job.
They get $5 an hour plus tip. Did you know you could tip them?
I didn't know you could tip them.
I had no idea.
Have you been to Sonic's?
Yeah, it's trash.
It's not that bad.
I thought it was not good.
It's not good food, but like there's like a nerd shake. If you like candy, that shit's pretty fire.
Oh, nerds.
Yeah,
I
nerds.
like nerds, but I don't like shakes like that.
I mean, it wasn't a shake. It was like it was like a raspado, like straight up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like shaved ice.
Oh, shaved ice.
Coloring, all that. Shit. Yeah.
Look, fucking, is that what's wrong with our country?
Did I say that right, by the way? Raspado?
$5 an hour, bro. Why are people complaining? I don't get it.
Because $5 an hour is not worth the work that you would be putting in.
What do you mean? You're just giving people food.
Food. There's a TikTok about Sonic Runner. It had me dying when you said that, right? Now listen. In the TikTok, the guy goes up when he finishes his order and he's like, send the sexiest bitch out there with my food.
And then what happened?
It's a gay dude. And he comes out and he's like, yo, I'm the sexiest bitch. What can I get you?
I don't get it. Why are people complaining about America? Like, we have some of the best wages. $5 an hour. Fucking.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Where are you going to live on $5 an hour?
What do you mean? That's a lot of money.
Where? Is that a lot of money?
What do you mean? Well, why do they pay them $5 an hour if they?
Do you know how much rent is? Do you know how much
they
rent
can afford
is a month?
What is that, like $11,000 a year? $5 an hour? $40 and 40 hours a week? Mm-hmm. What are you complaining about? Call Sonic and be like, yeah, I want to work for $5 an hour. $11 if you're a cook.
$11.
Look, don't take this the wrong way. I got this.
Are you
this
for
bit
real?
the other day.
That's
I just
trash.
found out. Look, the fucking what is going on right now? People are afraid to not wear. I see people wear a mask outside. Our president said you don't have to wear a mask, but you're out there wearing a mask. Why?
Because you don't want to look like a Republican.
You don't want to look like a conservative? I don't understand. I see so many people in the heat with a mask on, and I'm like, are you like, what are you doing?
Are you even vaccinated?
I'm not vaccinated.
Then shut the fuck up.
What do you mean? Like,
you can't talk if you cannot talk if you are not vaccinated. As someone who's vaccinated, right? Me, fully vaxxed.
What do you mean?
I can honestly say, like, yeah, it sucks to wear the mask, but it's the right thing to do. It doesn't suck to wear a mask. It does suck to wear a mask.
It's just that, like,
it's fucking annoying when you have a beard like me and you, or well, I don't have a full beard yet, but I'm growing it back out. But when you have a beard, your shit literally shapes into your mask. It's disgusting.
Look, okay. I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. Like, if I want to look good wearing a mask, that's cool. I'll probably get a Gucci one or something. Get like a nice gaiter. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
Get a nice.
No,
gaiter.
We don't do gators.
Yeah.
If you wear a gator, you're a Republican. I'll put a gator on. Look, it's because straight up,
bruh. Look,
are you a Republican? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just wondering. I don't know. You might be.
Look, I'm not. I don't make enough money to be conservative yet. I'm too liberal. I don't make enough money to be conservative yet. I'm not complaining about how much I pay in taxes, even though, as owning crypto, you know, any kind of capital gains on fucking anything I make. 36.9% Joe Biden thing. Fucking Joe Biden. Well, he's cool. He's done a lot, but not enough. Or I don't know what enough is anymore, because they're debating on the infrastructure bill, right? Okay. They're debating on how much to spend on, like, making sure that the United States infrastructure is up to code and up to a certain level.
We got to fix homeless before we even think about it.
I've come to terms with it. There is no fixing it. There's no going around it. It's just learning to accept it. Everybody in LA lives... You're either homeless or home. Right? That's all it is.
Yeah. I mean,
you're either homeless or you're home. To a certain extent. And if you're homeless, you're not even really homeless because
that's the problem, right? Like, let's say I worked at fucking Sonic's for $5 an hour. I can't afford my own place. I mean, hell, you can barely afford your own place on $15 an hour. Why don't they just give them jobs,
the homeless people?
You could.
And let them live on the street, but
we don't have the currency.
All the money they make should not be taxed.
Should not be taxed?
No, I'm sorry. Most of the money they make, homeless people should be taxed more than regular people. You know why?
Because they're using all the resources more than regular people.
They're living on the streets. They're using the street cleaning services. They sleep on the benches.
Oh, no.
All this stuff is paid out of our tax dollars, right? Now, we should be taxing them more. Because if they want to live on the street, if they want to live in a nice neighborhood, and they're like, yeah, I'm going to set up tent here on 5th Avenue.
Right.
Okay.
But why can't I do that?
Yeah, they should have a progressive tax rate. Homeless people should have a progressive tax rate, because if they want to live in a nicer area, if they want to live in front of a nice home, okay, you pay more taxes than the people who live in that home.
Yeah, but see, the problem, right, for like homeless people at least, is like their food and like where they use the restroom.
Okay.
Like, what are they supposed to do then?
What do you mean? San Francisco lets you take a shit in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. So homeless people should be progressively taxed. If they want to live in a nice neighborhood, go live in a nice neighborhood. Allow them to be.
But see, the problem is, right, like the nice neighborhoods would not allow that. Because if that was the case, then everybody would be homeless. And they're like, yeah, I live in fucking Beverly Hills. Come visit me. Why don't we
just give them some land?
We don't have land to give.
What do you mean? They just take it?
No, land is essentially... I'm not too sure on this, actually, but I don't think government can interfere with land unless it's like something that they're going to use for property. But if you have the actual like deed to the land, right? Like the actual land. Right? Yeah, the right to it. Like, I don't think anybody can interfere with that. Unless it's something like Native Americans or like things like that.
Like if God said, oh, this is your land.
Well, God never said this was our land.
How do you know he didn't say that?
When the fuck did he say that?
Well, then we pushed out the Native Americans.
We did. That's what I'm saying. God never said this was our land. He didn't say it was their land either, though.
I think...
I don't know.
They should have used missiles against the Native Americans.
They didn't have missiles at the time.
Right, because...
So we used blankets.
They used blankets. Yeah. Some real king shit. It's some king shit,
Some king shit. You know?
That's crazy,
royalty.
Bro. I mean, like now what we use drones, we use rockets to push people out.
Yeah.
And we just start labeling people terrorists and shit, right? Like it's like literally like, oh, this person attacked my homeland.
I feel like it's more, as weird as this is going to sound, I feel like it's more moral to use a rocket or a drone than a blanket.
It is, right?
Like because straight up.
It's a boom.
Yeah, it's like an instant death rather than like you're going to get sick. You're going to go through like one of the worst fucking times of your life, and then you're just going to die.
Or like a nuke or something, you know?
No, because if we use a nuke, then we get World War III.
Well, I mean...
And then nobody survives.
So then maybe we should try to figure out how to be nicer to each other.
I mean, you know, my mentor, he has a saying that at the end of the day, it should just be like, don't hate. Like, just everybody should love each other.
Should love each other.
That's all it is.
I gave you some shrooms the other day. How was that?
My mother watches this.
Does she know you do drugs?
I actually told her that I did shrooms.
When?
The day after.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had a whole conversation. When you sent me that video about psilocybin and the effects that it has on like the human brain and for people in general. Yeah, I sent it to her, and I was like, "Hey, like, this might be something you're interested in."
And what'd she say?
She was like, "Yeah, I'll check it out." And then she asked me if I've ever done it, and then I just said like, "Yeah, I've done it." So, anyways, I had a great trip. I really did. I mean, it was fucking terrifying. Really, really fucking terrifying. I like sweated through my fucking bed. It's kind of scary, man. But I think I needed to do it because I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Buddhist or anything, but I saw some weird shit. Saw some really weird shit. And it's weird though, because when I talked to our friend the other day about it, when he did it, and he was like, "Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, I just saw things were like moving and I was seeing different shapes." But I was like, when you closed your eyes, you didn't like see anything? And he was like, I didn't really close my eyes. And I was like, well, I don't know how the fuck you didn't do that, because I was like
seeing everything.
I was seeing everything, like straight up. And then listening to Bad Bunny's album probably wasn't helping me, to be honest. I was seeing some real fucked up shit.
Yeah. I ate like about an eighth the next day. And it got me thinking, like, banks, bro.
What about them?
Exactly.
Banks are zero.
No. Why do you give your money to a bank? Because
it's supposed to be secure.
Exactly. But they dictate.
I mean, technically, your money is secure up to
250,000.
Yeah, I thought it was 450 for some reason.
It depends on what kind of customer you are. It could be 450, but I think 250,000 is like the general. Okay. For any normal person.
Yeah.
Because it was hilarious. I'm going to share the story that our buddy told us. Or he told me, because I was high as fuck. It was the most hilarious thing. Because it's like, yo.
I have the biggest fucking itch in my nose right now.
Scratch it.
Straight up.
He's like, yo, I wake up to Robinhood.
Yeah.
Taking all the money I had in my account.
Right.
I'm like, what? They just took it? He's like, yeah, because I was trying to log in, but they kept sending the verification on my two-step, my two-factor
authorization. Yeah, authorization.
Two-factor security. And Robinhood just was like, yeet. Just took all the money in his account because he couldn't access it. It was the most hilarious thing, bro.
Oh, is that why he sent that picture?
Yeah,
I thought he was putting in that much money.
No. That's the context behind that photo, because it was hilarious. Because, bro, cryptocurrency is the future. Just to say, I'm not a financial advisor. All I know is everything I know is purely educational and for entertainment purposes. And the idea that cryptocurrency is like the future of the way we're going to be doing business is cool. I don't think all business will be done on cryptocurrency, but I do think most of them, like when the day comes that cryptocurrency becomes more efficient when it comes to doing certain transactions. Like if I wanted to buy a home, I've talked about this before. If you haven't already seen our, like 2 episodes ago, I was like, yo, one day you'll be able to go and buy a house.
I think it was episode 11.
We're on 14, 13, 12. I think it was on 12 or 11. Maybe 12. Either way, check them out, please and thank you. You'll be able to buy a home without having to go to a bank, get your credit score checked or your payment history checked. All you have to do is have enough money and assets. I mean, to be honest, at that point, if you've got your assets in crypto and you're doing a good job of managing your assets, my assumption is that you do a good job of maintaining a good credit score, because essentially that's a good credit score is a reflection of how well you do with payments and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's interesting that
that's a good way to put it.
There are going to be these smart contracts where this proof of work, right, where something online is done and you can have something in the real world that verifies the online transaction.
Right.
So for me to buy a home, there needs to be this proof of work where this smart contract, not only on the internet, on the blockchain says that I own the home, but it also verifies it in the real world, right? So Chainlink is one of them that is developing a way for smart contracts to be the thing where you and I can make a deal and that smart contract has rules set in place
Yeah.
for you to unlock it. For like, there could be rules. So like, let's say there was an example where like, let's say we held our legislators and our representatives on a smart chain, like their elections.
Yeah.
For example, let's say, okay, you can only be an elected representative if you follow these rules.
Yeah.
You're allowed this smart contract, which gives you the title of our representative.
I mean, don't we already essentially have that though?
Bitcoin being a new form of gold, right? Like it's a store of value. It's a store of value, right? I'm over here sounding like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's a store of value, essentially. Like, it's the new gold, what some consider it to be, because it's more scarce, and it's just something that, in my opinion, I believe I would hedge my funds on, like for it to just being a way to store value for long term, right? Because the dollar depreciates like very often on a yearly basis.
Yeah, most def. I mean, most of currency does, not just the dollar.
True, and so the whole internet went crazy over the past weekend because Elon Musk was like, "Oh, Tesla is not going to be accepting Bitcoin anymore."
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's a Russian, bro. He's the Russian, bro. Trust me, the Russians got to him. They straight up told him, they were like, look, listen, hear me out, right? The hedge funds, the people who make the most fucking money in the world, right? These people straight up told Elon, they were like, yo, you're fucking it up, bro. You're fucking it up. You're ruining our social status with what you're doing, because now people are buying into this shit. So we need to find a way. We need to find a way to bring it back down. So that's why he went on, it was SNL, I believe. Mm-hmm. That's why he went on SNL, something that a lot of fucking people in the world watch, including you.
It was actually live streamed.
And there you go. It's fucking live stream. Boom.
It was fucking live streamed all around the world.
So that's my point, right? Is that he said, he was like, I don't know. I forgot what he specifically said. He said it was like a hustle or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then people were like, oh shit, like one of the smartest men that we've seen in our generation is saying that he doesn't even believe in it like that. So they started selling off and selling off and selling off and selling off. And these hedge funds, they are buying these shares that people are selling off. And then they're going to boom again with social economic status. It's brilliant. Like, it's really brilliant if you think about it. So if you do have crypto, hold your crypto. 100%.
Okay, look, in the Philippines, shout out to the Filipinos. In the Philippines, there's this game called Axie. You guys should definitely check it out. It's called Axie. There's this thing called Play to Earn. I literally just found out about it the other day. It's fucking incredible. Axie is this game, Play to Earn, where you buy these pets, right? And you use these pets to battle. And by battling, you're in these things called potions. And these potions can be traded for actual cryptocurrency, which then that cryptocurrency can then be traded in for pesos, which I think is what the Filipinos use, right? Pesos. Huh. And they could transfer it. So about 40 hours so a whole month of playing consistently, just to give you an idea how much crypto or dollars you can earn. I think it's about $200 a month.
Okay.
And it's like 1,500 pesos.
What crypto are you earning though? Because there's a lot of different cryptos. So correct. Is it like Ethereum, Bitcoin? Is it any of the big ones, or is it just something that's coming up in crypto?
What you're referring to is this thing called altcoins.
Okay.
Right? And then there are tokens. Tokens are a derivative of I'm saying derivative, I'm probably using the wrong word, but Bitcoin, right, Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Right? It's a coin, right? That's what they're referred to as. Ethereum is a coin. Mm-hmm. You can use a coin to create tokens, right? Those tokens can be used to make one Ethereum, but you cannot use you cannot use tokens to make Ethereum, but tokens can be used for other things.
Yeah.
I believe Ethereum is the base blockchain, the first layer of crypto for many of these altcoins that you see. Okay. So you're thinking of like the most popular one, Dogecoin, which was invented as a joke, and then Elon Musk, which is funny because I think you don't have to be Elon Musk to realize this. It's like the irony is the most funniest thing, right? It's like the idea that Dogecoin becomes the new currency, even though it was started as a joke. Right? Like the idea that a joke currency would replace the dollar, that's the most ironic thing because it's a peer-to-peer transaction type of currency where you don't need a bank. You don't need to go to a bank and say, hey, I need to like pay somebody. I need to pay this. I need to pay that. No, you just pay them directly. We're in the beginning stages of where companies are starting to realize cryptocurrency is an asset that we can put on our books, right? And we can accept it.
Yeah.
Now, it's volatile.
It's very volatile.
Not everything is sure, and there's no such thing as telling the future. Everything is speculation. You have to understand that, like, owning cryptocurrency is, for some people, it's considered to be the future. For other people, it's a Ponzi scheme, and for other people, that shit is just fake news.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a bunch of fucking numbers, right? It's just a bunch of numbers that someone put together and was like, oh, this is worth something. This is worth $60,000. Bitcoin's going to be worth $1 million in the next 10 years. One Bitcoin will be worth $1 million in the next 10 years.
It's a possibility.
No, it will. Sorry.
Yeah, see, I thought you can't predict the future.
You're right.
The fuck are you talking about?
There you go.
Hello?
Exactly.
Speculation, right?
Speculation. And on top of that,
is that an educated speculation or what?
It's an educated speculation because from what I
enough.
know about Bitcoin is that every 4 years it halves. So anytime the Bitcoin miners are so mining a Bitcoin is like a computer trying to figure out this puzzle, and a puzzle at the moment about 6 Bitcoin are mined every 10 minutes. In the next 4 years, this was written into the code of the blockchain. So in the next 6 years, it'll be written. People will be only able to mine 3 coins at a time.
See, this is what's so crazy to me about cryptocurrency is that, myself included, right? Like I put $50 into Ethereum, and over time I've added to that. I wouldn't say how much, but over time I've added to it. The shit that is so crazy to me is that we trusted our currency, our dollar currency, right? Something that we have to use to actually buy things, and we just put it into this unknown computer generated code.
It's not truly unknown, but the way it works, the ledger is that everybody sees the ledger. Everybody has access to the ledger.
Yeah.
So everybody knows every transaction ever made. So no one can ever dispute that you bought this car with Bitcoin, right? There's no I don't believe there's fraud involved in Bitcoin. Like there's no way for where you thought like the Bitcoin, let's say you're like, oh, I'm on Silk Road. Silk Road, for those of you who don't know, like it used to be a website where you could buy any kind of drug you wanted, and it was
a black market.
It was a black market.
It was drugs, guns. It was a lot of things.
And they only accepted Bitcoin, I believe.
Yeah.
Because it's a peer-to-peer transaction. It's like that's what the goal of Bitcoin is. Everybody's complaining that it takes too much energy and it costs too much to do a transaction.
Right.
That is true. It does cost a lot, but there are ways to reduce it. Now, I'm not too savvy on what it means to reduce it. I just understand that a lot of energy is consumed for people to mine and block and maintain the ledger.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it would cost so much energy for someone to try and go back and rewrite the blockchain, tons of energy that it's not worth the miner's time and energy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that people think like, oh my God, like this whole cryptocurrency craze, like I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
What you should be asking yourself is, what is money? You think to yourself, what is money? And you immediately think of that piece of paper in your pocket. But that piece of paper, that legal tender, doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the United States government. You only have it because you worked for it, and then you use that to then pay for goods and services.
Yeah.
But you're not in control of your assets. If you're in control of your crypto, your keys is what it's considered to be, your wallet, those are your assets. You have the choice to invest it, reinvest it. It's like keeping your money in under the mattress, or having gold.
See, but I don't understand, right? Like when you buy crypto on a big app, let's say
Coinbase,
Robinhood, Coinbase.
I don't recommend Robinhood. They don't have
nobody
a wallet.
does. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing names out there, right? Like, how does that blockchain come back to you?
What do you mean?
Because I've never received like, oh, this is where your cryptocurrency is.
You're asking where is it?
It's just like, yeah, where the fuck, like. Why? How can they just tell me this is how much crypto you're earning a day, or like how much crypto has been added, or how much you've lost?
Okay, this is something I just tried to learn the other day.
Yeah.
The idea of what drives an asset value, right? What causes the price of Bitcoin to go up?
Right.
What causes it to go down?
I'm not asking that though.
No, you are.
No, I'm asking like where. I'm not asking how it goes up and down.
Yeah, you're asking how am I earning more Bitcoin?
No,
What
I'm
are you
not.
asking?
I'm asking how do I access it? Like how do I actually look at it? Like it just shows me on my app
That you have
that I have
crypto.
Yeah. So how do I go into the actual blockchain, right?
Go to
Like
the
how do I
ledger?
get the domain for it?
The domain.
Essentially. I
The
mean, I don't
domain-
know if it's necessarily a domain.
No,
I'm just
you can go to a website where you can check the blockchain ledger,
Uh-huh.
right? Your keys are held on the ledger, and that is where your Bitcoin is.
So-
and the ledger is maintained on the blockchain.
What website is that?
There's a couple of them. I think one of them is called etherscan.io.
Uh-huh.
You can check all the transactions there. I think that one's just for Ethereum, but you can check for Bitcoin as well. But you own it. They're your key. Well, look. Are you what app do you use? Coinbase?
I use
Robinhood?
Coinbase, yeah.
You use Coinbase? Okay. Coinbase has a wallet service where you can keep your crypto on their wallet, right?
So Coinbase owns my crypto.
Correct. But it's yours because you pay for the wallet. Sorry, look, don't let me not confuse you for if you weren't paying attention.
No, I'm
The wallet.
I'm getting it. I'm
No,
just like
Coinbase
why do we
provides you with a
trust
wallet.
that?
Exactly. It's
If
the risk. It's a
Coinbase
risk.
went down
Exactly.
any moment,
Any moment,
you
your
are
keys.
fucked.
Yes. Yes.
See, this is the most wild shit.
Yes,
Like,
that is true. That's the risk you take.
That's why I understand. Because I know, like, you know, the hedge fund people are, like, starting to buy into crypto like that.
Yeah.
But that's why I understand why the middle class is, like, hesitant to buy crypto like that. Because you don't have a guarantee of getting your money ever back. You know, whereas, like, a bank, you do have a guarantee. Even if it's only, like, 250,000 is a relatively good amount for, you know. I mean, it's not going to get you through life. No chance.
Well, the thing
but
is,
it can keep you on your feet for a while.
Yeah, but look, think about this. Banks, bro. Why do you give them your money?
Because it's because I'll tell you why. So this is my theory behind it. Because the fact that government can print money at any time. So for
The government,
us,
it's not the government printing money. It's because the treasury and those departments are not government.
okay, then the Treasury can
Mhm,
print
that's
money at any time.
Mm-hmm.
That's not government for
The
us.
Fed,
Then
the
I'm an
Federal
idiot.
Reserve dictates percentages and stuff. Yeah, those are not. I don't believe those are like entities under the government. I believe those are separate.
Interesting.
Because, bro, like,
I'll have to fact check that one.
no, we'll
'cause
fact check. No,
I don't know
it's
if you're
no
right
cap.
on that.
It's a no cap. You know what I'm saying? Look, the thing about it is that we live in we're starting to move towards a society where we're questioning the method of what our currency means.
Yeah,
Africa is
most def.
many young entrepreneurs are using Africa as a place to test out these ideas. Can a society run on a fully backed cryptocurrency? Now, we're talking about cryptocurrency like it's a phenomenon, but really it's like we've been exchanging things for goods and services all of human history. We've now just decided that a fucking chain of numbers that is maintained on the ledger, that the ledger is kept on the blockchain, which cannot be changed, is what we consider to be our new currency. And it's something that we can use that has many positive benefits to it. There's almost no ways to commit fraud. It's an easy way to keep money. Like, I don't know how the fuck the Federal Reserve keeps track of every single fucking dollar that goes out here. Many of them get lost, burnt, whatever the fuck happens. With this, it would be...
Yeah, you got a point.
In many ways, it seems to me like I took accounting and I'm like, fuck, this crypto thing, it seems much easier to keep track of than it would be maintaining books on fiat currency. Coinbase, Crypto.com, what's the other one? Fucking...
Webull,
eToro, Celsius. See, and then there are these things called decentralized finance, DeFi, which is the idea that we want to be able to, we are in control of our assets. You want to earn, bro, when you put your money in a savings account, the government gives you like less than 1% on your savings account every year.
right?
There are these things called stable coins. Stable coins are essentially tied to the dollar. They are what the dollar, they're one for one. A stable coin and $1 are exactly the same value. stable coins on a decentralized finance platform, something like Aave, Celsius, I forgot the other one. You can earn up to 8% a year, right? Versus less than 1 in a traditional U.S. bank account, right? That you're not in control of. You can stake your asset. You are in, like, what does it mean for you to be in charge of your monetary policy, your own monetary policy? Like, if you don't like where you're earning your crypto, go somewhere else. Go to a different program. Go to a different node. Like,
it's a phenomenon.
There's only so many banks. It's not like you can just go from, like, yeah, some banks offer different benefits than others, but it's like they dictate the policy at which you start an account, you start a savings account, and they only give you less than 1% back on your savings.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a phenomenon, 100%. But moving on, we should move on. Been on this one for a while now.
Whatever you want, go ahead, dictate. I have the key to the ball and chain, so if you want, it's not like you can leave at any point in time.
I think what's the most recent phenomenon in life right now?
UFOs. UAPs is what the government likes to call them, unidentified aerial phenomena.
Yeah.
Yeah, the government is lying to us. They know that they've seen them for a long time. We were just talking about this, bro. Like, they watch you beat off in the shower, bro. The aliens. That's what it is.
I don't beat off in the shower.
Look,
you might.
No, I don't.
I mean, that, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. You'd be taking like 50-minute showers. Now it makes sense.
I've been leaving my phone out here.
Yeah. You can use your imagination.
Bro, okay, look. I believe in UFOs, bro. I actually saw one.
You've seen a UFO?
Yes, I've seen one.
Where?
Dude, I was at McManus Park.
No.
I swear to God, bro. I look up at the sky all the time because I'm so curious.
You probably saw the satellite link. It was recently? You probably saw Elon Musk's satellite link because a lot of people thought that was a UFO. It wasn't. What? It wasn't. No,
the lights?
Because look, you paused.
No, the lights? Like, the lights?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Nope. I saw a UFO.
You did not see a UFO, bro.
I have pictures. I have proof.
I would love to see these pictures.
I swear to God, I thought it looked like a thing just in midair.
Right.
It looked like a thing. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, what the fuck's a thing?
Explain it. Thing that I want to hear shiny. It looked like a.
What's your eyesight? Are you 20/20?
Look.
No, for real. Are you 20/20?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Do you have perfect eyesight?
I guess. I've never had to use glasses or contacts. Look, what
do
I'm
you see from afar or do you see from inner? Which?
No, I'm not near or farsighted. I can see. What I'm trying to say is that I saw a UFO sustaining itself above us.
No,
I thought it was a balloon. I thought it was a weather balloon or something, but it stood still.
They were trying to abduct you.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm like using my phone and I get pissed off because I realize now what they mean by blurry photos and shit. Literally, the more you zoom in, the less detail you get. So it's obvious to me that when you see videos of things that are like super grainy and people are like, what the fuck? We have phones that are like super powerful. No, bitch. That shit, the farther you need to zoom in, the better of a lens you need. Like, it's all fucking... It's a science to telescoping, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, that's a fucking UFO. An unidentified flying object. That's what it was.
What did it look like?
Bro, it looked like a Tic Tac. Standing upright. I swear, bro.
Standing upright?
Word is bond. Fuck.
Upright, like this.
Yes, like a Tic Tac upright in the sky.
No, UFOs are supposed to be like that.
Spherical? No, not spherical. I'm sorry. Disc-ish?
Yeah, like disc-ish. But they're supposed to be like that because they travel like that. Not like they don't travel like that. Because fool, I'm an alien, fool. Fuck.
How do you know they travel like that? What the fuck? Tell me now.
I'm giving you my fucking.
Bro, you sent me that 60 Minutes video. That shit was crazy.
Bro, for those of you that's what I'm saying. And did you see the way they were traveling in the fucking video? If you haven't seen the 60-minute video on UFOs,
2.5 million views already.
It dropped recently.
The government knows UFOs exist, but they don't know what they are.
But here's the thing that a lot of people are saying too, right? They're like, we've already known this for a long time.
It could be that these drones are simply just things we sent back in time with the ability to defy whatever physics we have. I retweeted something. Look, this shit got me. Was really interesting. Look, this is what I think about on a daily fucking basis.
Why are you thinking about this on a daily basis?
Bro, because like...
Do you not enjoy life, sir?
You take enough fucking psychedelics to realize that everything that exists around you is simply just...
It's all a simulation.
It's an amalgamation of everything you've ever experienced and everything everyone else has experienced. And so everything collapses in on itself when it is observed. When it is not being observed, it is not there.
I don't know. Sometimes you got to ask the question, like... It just... Things just don't make sense. We were talking about the sun earlier and how... What was it? Like 30 seconds it takes for like sunlight or some shit like that. I don't know. Some things in the world just don't make sense. It doesn't. Like, why do we have morals? You know? Why can't we just kill a man and not think about it?
When our experts now talk openly about these UFOs, they talk about their technology.
Right.
Every time they do, I replace the word with technology with the word physics. For obvious reasons, because if non-terrestrial craft are here, physics is greater than technology. Right?
Okay.
Imagine if these unidentified aerial phenomenon were actually visitors from beyond the local solar neighborhood. You wouldn't be focused on their technology first. You'd want to understand how they got here and if they used new physics to do so. Most importantly, you'd want to know about dimension hacking. A key issue in geometric unity for me is whether additional temporal and spatial degrees of freedom are accessible or shielded from manipulation. But consider what 6 additional temporal dimensions or the ability to manipulate rulers and protractors fundamentally could yield. We are somehow no longer worried about new physics. We are so sure that it suddenly won't progress in an unexpected way or unlock anything new that we aren't even paying attention to the field. After string theory, it all feels ironic. This is potentially a catastrophic mistake. Every threat against a head of state is taken seriously, even if the absurd ones. It is cheaper to dot a few I's and cross a few T's than not to worry about such threats. Obviously, unidentified aerial phenomenon, gang of function, new physics, manpads, loose nukes, etc. should be the same, obviously. A great little thread by Eric Weinstein. He's a mathematician and a dude who is really smart at what he does.
Right. And what does he do?
He's a mathematician. I think his brother is an evolutionary biologist.
Interesting. So what does that have to do with aliens?
He has he has a theory of everything, that in the future you'll be able to purchase a reality and live in it, right? You'll be able to monetize the way you live. And this, you know how Assassin's Creed has this thing, the Abstergo machine, where you can relive memories,
right?
A brain dance, a brainwave,
yeah,
an ability to.
I like the Abstergo machine more.
The idea that we exist in a dimension that doesn't necessarily mean anything because we're grounded here, but there is something we don't understand about physics yet, because there's so much more to our reality than we choose to accept. Because the government likes to make things illegal, like the whole psychedelic thing. Like, there's so many benefits to PTSD, to people who need help with addiction, alcoholism, and things like that. There's so much that we don't know about ourselves that the moment anything goes wrong,
right?
You know who we blame it on?
Ourselves?
Or Mercury being in retrograde. You know what I'm saying?
You're not even spiritual, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Spiritual? Mercury's an actual planet.
It is, but it's more... When people say that shit, they're talking about the crystals and the energy of life.
What did that person say? They were like, oh, I changed my number. What the fuck does that mean? My spiritual?
What
the fuck does that mean?
No. She said... because what I had said was... Make sure to block that number because Mercury is in retrograde. Because of the fact that when Mercury is in retrograde, right, like we tend to get quote unquote, right? This is what the crystals or whatever the fuck guides you in life, right? This is what it said, is that basically your feelings become very apparent to you. Things that you've like put down inside of you for a very long time push out very heavily. And one of those things usually is a lost love or someone that you felt very deep for.
Maybe my ex will hit me up.
Maybe. No, like legit. Like maybe. I deadass. I blocked both of my ex's numbers like a couple of weeks ago because I was like, I'm not dealing with that shit.
No,
we
I
don't
didn't
put
block
that
her
in our
numbers.
life. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that's why it's bullshit. You don't have to block somebody's number. The fuck? It's just it's just a matter of living.
I mean, it is a matter of living.
Like
but
when you told me that you keep track of the people who block you, I thought that was ridiculous and absurd.
I don't keep track of the people.
You told me
that
you
block
have
me.
an app that tells you who blocks you.
Oh yeah. No, that's for Instagram, bro.
This is what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
You're right. No, sorry. I thought the context was towards like a phone number. I'm like, the fuck? No.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
No,
it's
you're
not.
right. It's not the same thing.
It's not because
Why is it not the same?
Because in a social media app, you can look and see like pictures of a person, what they're doing, that type of thing, right? On a phone, the only thing that you can do is text and call. It's still communication. Don't get me wrong. It's still communication. But there's something about the same way that like social media.
But why do
is a
people
whole
get so
facade.
offended when you block somebody? Like, ugh.
Because social media is a whole facade, right? So it's like when you get blocked or when you block someone, it's like you're telling them like, yo, like dead ass, I don't fuck with you or I don't fuck with your views.
Yeah.
And for them, like that's a very real thing. For me,
Well,
I understand it now because
Look,
I'm
I think
older.
on social media it's acceptable if you choose to block somebody
Interesting.
because like, yeah, go ahead and block them. It's fucking social media. Nobody cares. It's not like you ever met. It's not like you ever knew this person in real
But
life.
that's the thing. If you did know him in real life, like you would be offended.
If I did know them in real
If you
life,
knew the person that blocked you in real life, yeah.
why would you be offended?
Because you'd be like, why are you blocking me? If that's
Because I just don't want to follow you.
and that's fair. So unfollow me. You don't need to block me.
But I see other people retweet you and stuff. Oh, just mute me.
Just mute me.
Okay, well then.
You have
what
no
if I-
fucking shut up. You have no argument.
Well, cause like I don't understand like this whole idea that people get so booty hurt about getting blocked by somebody. It's like, bro, like it's a fucking media app. Like before this, you didn't give a fuck who talked to you. Now all of a sudden you care about how many people you
that's
follow.
not necessarily true though.
Okay, man,
Right?
sure,
Because
yeah.
that's subjective to every case. But
That's true.
But
yeah.
there are multiple people, right, throughout history that have unfortunately like taken their life because they were loners or because people didn't talk to them because they weren't treated the right way, right? So we've talked about this before, like social media bullying. It's like I don't understand how you can
Just
do
turn it
that.
off.
Like just turn it off, yeah.
Yeah, just
and
turn it off.
and I do agree with you on that aspect, but
Yeah. Mhm.
when it comes to someone that you know in real life and someone that the biggest problem is, right, like a lot of these suicidal attempts or like suicidal things happen to people when they're young because they don't know how to understand the feeling of, I wouldn't say necessarily like rejection, but not being wanted. And as you go on in life, like you start to realize like you don't even want to be around things, you know? So you just kind of have to get past that little loop, if that makes sense.
I'm hot.
You're drunk.
I'm a little tipsy.
That boy's drunk.
I'm a little tipsy, yeah. I'm a little tipsy. Fuck.
Is that...
It's been because look.
You know who's hot right now?
Who's hot?
Super hot. On the market, Mr. Bill Gates.
Bro,
Mr. Bill Gates
I thought you were gonna
himself.
hit me up, bro. I've been pretty horny recently. trying to get laid.
Hit up Melinda, bro.
Who's Melinda?
His wife,
Oh,
bro.
Melinda! Bro, tell me why Bill Gates is in trouble because like that fool used to
She-
kick it with.
She's looking for a young stud now. You're there.
Hey, and I'm looking for a
And she's
sugar
getting
mama.
half of his money, motherfucker. What the fuck? I'd be a boy toy. What's up? Melinda, if you see this, please hit me up.
Melinda, what's up, baby? What's Gucci, girl? You got them heavies. You got them heavies. Hey, shout out to Nick's mom. Thank you so much for watching our show every week. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're an awesome person.
Yeah, all my family, everyone that watches.
Yo, and they watch weekly, huh?
Pretty much, yeah.
Bro,
I hope so.
I wonder what they think. They were like, these people. they're
Honestly, they
fucking
probably,
stupid.
like, they think about it and they're like, that's perfect for Nick. Like, honestly.
Why, they think you're retarded and have Asperger's or what? What's up, cousin? You cousin? My cousin. That's my cousin.
No, they're probably just like, like Nick loves to talk a lot. So it's beautiful that he finally found something
He loves to
where
talk a
can
lot,
just
but the
talk.
moment we start recording and shit, you get all shy and shit.
It's because, like, I'm letting you take the lead,
I wanted to
I
talk
ain't that
about.
confident yet, but
uh-huh.
believe me, I'm gonna start. I'm
If
getting
I took the
there.
ball and chain off, would you feel more confident?
Yeah, most
Oh,
def.
okay. Well, that's not happening.
No, I'll say we're getting there. I promise
Yeah,
you.
we're getting there. I mean, like,
we'll figure it out.
I don't expect you guys to think that every episode is gonna be a banger.
Yeah,
But like, yo, like we're keeping up a schedule of once a week. Like
We
once
are.
a week is not a bad thing. Like
no, and that's honestly really good for us because we both needed to
do something.
learn a structure And now it's, I don't know about you, but for me, it's made my life a lot more structured where I've planned things out throughout my day. This fucking stout was amazing, by the way.
It was delicious, bro. Shout out to
Holy
fucking
shit.
brewery Carl Strauss.
Is it like the hops that's making me like burp, or what is it?
It's the hops. Yeah. Look, check it out. It says right here.
Yeah.
Look what do you say? It says, "This is straight from the source, so keep it refrigerated. Beer tastes best at its freshest, so recommend that you consume it within 48 hours. Keep in mind that these contents are under pressure. Thanks for supporting your local brewery. Share it. Cheers." Oh, it says share it. Cheers.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you real quick before we sign off. I just want to say, I love alcohol.
What the fuck?
I love good alcohol. Just don't. I fucking hate cheap alcohol. What I'm trying to say is that, it's the coolest thing is sharing alcohol with the people you enjoy your company with, and like beer like this, sharing it with my friends and shit, like makes me feel really nice. I'm a little drunk. I'm a little tipsy.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I might have to share my family holidays with you, bro. Because I feel like we've developed
I know if we monetize, this,
great.
what am I gonna do? Just fire you like Joe Budden? Joe Budden fired his 2 co-hosts.
Bro, I saw that.
Rory and Mao. What a fucking dick.
saw. No, but you know what? Also, like one of the things because I started I don't watch Joe Budden's podcast, but I went back and I started browsing through it, and I saw that one of the hosts, I think Mal, he was dead ass. He was just the whole time he was like, yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Because Joe Budden talks a lot, bro.
You talk a lot.
I know I do, and I realize now I'm like, damn, bro, I feel so narcissistic. Nah, dude, I know I talk a lot, and a lot of the time I'm talking, and I know what I'm talking about, but I feel like a stupid ass.
No, see, that's the one thing I would say you bring to this dynamic is that you do sound smart when you talk, and it makes me. I don't sound like a fucking idiot, but I don't sound as smart as you, so it's a good balance in a sense.
Yeah, and I feel the same way, I'll be honest. When I talk to you and when I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about, and then I ask you, and then that kind of piques your interest, and then you're like, oh shit, and then you ask me a question, and then I'm like, you know what? I really don't know what I'm talking about. I like enjoying that. And then when we try to talk about something that's happening in the real world,
right?
I think that angle where it's we try to find something funny about it, right? I think that's really where we work best, because I like talking a lot. Yeah. Because I feel like everything that's going on in the world, we should just be talking about it.
I agree. I've always, from an early age, I said communication was key. Yeah, I truly believe that.
I like that sometimes you have a very strong stance on something that I feel should be a bit more liberal, right? Maybe you're a bit more conservative, not in the sense that you're politically conservative,
right.
But conservative in the sense that, you're more conservative in your views versus the way you act. And I am more liberal in the way I act than the way I am, because I feel like I'm conservative, but I lean left, right?
Yeah, I could see that. For sure.
Yeah, man. I feel like we talked I feel like we didn't talk about anything today. You know what I mean?
I think we spent a good
and then
30
I'm having
minutes
audio
on
issues over here.
crypto.
My microphone keeps fucking cutting off. I have to keep stopping and recording. It's not a big deal.
It's all right. It's part of the process.
It's part of the process. We're barely on it. It feels like the first couple episodes felt like we had been doing it forever, and now that we're at this episode, I feel like we've been doing it not long enough.
Yeah, there's clearly some things we need to work on, but we're getting there. It's a process. It's a marathon, not a race. With that being said, thank you everyone for listening. If you came back and you've already watched our videos, I hope you enjoyed this one as always. We got much love for you guys, and
cheers.
Thank you. Truly, thank you.
Thank you for everyone who makes it this far. All right, everybody, we're gonna sign off. Thank you.
Peace.